All right, guys, we are back on Pirates franchise. I know it's been a while. That's the intro to every single one of these. It's just that it is quite difficult to manage 3 YouTube channels plus stream, and I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed 2, and then I'm going to be playing Brotherhood on my 3rd channel, Gene Dangus, which is probably linked in the description below. And it's just kind of what I'm enjoying more. It's kind of fun to reminisce and go back on those games rather than record this for whatever reason, and I'm not even uploading that much to my main channel right now. It's nice to take a little bit of a break before Madden comes out, which is obviously kind of like my main thing in football season. But the Pirates are 36-27. We're doing pretty well, and we're going to start off this episode with a little bit of simulation, I believe. You know what's funny is that at the end of every episode when I do a simulating, it's like, okay, we're going to end up starting out with the Chicago Cubs or, wherever I simulate to. But I also like to start episodes with simulation to get some progress. So I think we're going to do that as well. And I would love to play at Great American, hitter-friendly park, maybe score some runs. So I think we're going to be simulating to about the end of June here. All-Star Week is in 37 days. I think I would like to end this episode at the trade deadline, or excuse me, at the All-Star break, I should say. At the All-Star break if possible. So we'll go ahead and just simulate 11-3, by the way. I do like these moments. This could be a moments episode as well. I do just kind of enjoy those. But we're going to simulate at least to that red series and then make an executive decision from there. So we'll continue to simulate a lot of moments. Franmil has a 10-game hitting streak on the line. Well, we'll see if he kept it. Pirates have defeated the Cubs 3-1. So many different moments popping in, but we're finally to Mike Minor against Zach Thompson. Who are these next pitchers? Hyun-Jin Ryu, Tyler Mahle, and Luis Castillo having not a great season, 5.27 ERA. I think we're going to pop into this game. Zach Thompson, who's having a very good season, casually, 3.43 ERA. Not really a big strikeout guy, is 6-2 on the season, if you believe in pitcher wins. But I think we'll go ahead and hop in here. We hardly ever get to see Zach Thompson throw, so that's kind of nice. And I would say let's just go in under the assumption that we're going to play the full game here. I think this might be the first time you guys see Austin Allen as well. Of course, we made a trade for him, I believe, at the end of last episode. Could have been 2 episodes ago. Gavin Sheets against a lefty is going to take the day off. And we also traded for Glenn Fortenberry. And he will get the start at first base. Although I will move Nick Gonzalez a little bit higher in the order. But yeah, I think Austin Allen's going to be a big addition to this team. He's having a good season. I know it's like 230 doesn't look great. But when you look at 2022, 842 OPS last season, 875 the year before that, I think he's someone that could end up being a plus player for us. And he's especially good against right-handers. Won't exactly matter too much today. But in the grand scheme of things, it's great to have that big lefty bat in the lineup from the catcher spot. And yeah, it's not like he's a dominant force, big lefty bat. But he's a pretty good slugger from that side of the plate. So I'm excited about his potential. We had to send down Henry Davis. That's why he's not at the major league level. We're, I would say, overperforming. And we could be buyers at the trade deadline. So we made some weird acquisitions. But the trade deadline at the end of July here could be really, really big for us. We might end up making some big additions. And who is this? Leonardo Rivas. 3 homers, 10 ribbies, is hitting .291. Only 141 at bats, but that's a decent season. OPS hovering right around 800. So, pretty decent young player. I don't really know much about him. As far as Reds prospects goes, Ellie De La Cruz is kind of at the top of the list for me, and I don't really know too many others. Mike Minor having an okay season as like a 4 or 5 in the rotation. 1.46 whip is not great, though. We'll see if we can take advantage and score a ton of runs against the Cincinnati Reds. Big game for our division standings. We're going to start off with a base knock on the first pitch of the game. Brian Reynolds goes right back up the middle. Good knock. And it looks like Mike Minor is going to be throwing strikes. Maybe got a little bit antsy out in front of that with Gleyber Torres. 2 pitches turns into 2 outs total after the base hit. Gleyber grounds into a double play. That's going to be a jam shot to right field, hanging up, and that's going to be an easy play for the right fielder. 1-2-3 goes Mike Minor in a way. Allowed the base hit to Brian Reynolds, but he was off the board, as quickly as he got on base. But I'm interested to watch Zach Thompson. He just consistently gets the results. Doesn't have overpowering stuff. Cutter, sinker are his fastballs. Real pitch to contact guy. But he gets the results. Also has a four-seam as well, but that's not really going to be, going past anybody at 90 to 94 on average. That one's at the top end of that, 93. But he gets the results. But the problem, though, and we're seeing it in this at-bat already, we might be able to get to 2 strikes fairly easily with Zach Thompson. Big control artist, stuff moves, but doesn't really have that put-away pitch. So what do you do when you're in that spot? You're totally reliant on weak contact and bad swings out of the zone like that. Jonathan India strikes out. We need those. Don't really have strikeout stuff today. And they highlighted this kid earlier, Leonardo Rivas. We'll see if he's any good. Hitting in that 2 spot. Had a triple in his last outing. It looks like this cutter could be nasty today. Horrible swing by Rivas there just a second ago. Lays off that one, but you know what that sets up? Sinker coming back into the zone. And if we keep this down, it's going to be a really good spot. But Rivas stays right on it, drills it right back up the middle, and he reaches with a single. So maybe he's not bad. Maybe not the biggest power, but could be a pretty decent player. And he's someone we might see a lot playing the NL Central. 3-0 to Tyler Stevenson. Having a tough time finding the zone now with Zach Thompson. He's going to walk Tyler Stevenson on 4 pitches to get to the veteran slugger, Joey Votto. Very bad spot. Very bad spot to be in. Now, the only saving grace here is we can get Joey Gallo to keep this on the ground. He's not fast. It's a guaranteed double play. Runner's going to take off. Then it's going to be a hit and run. Reynolds going to camp underneath this at the warning track. Runner won't tag. Maybe would have had a play at third. But that ball was crushed off the bat of Joey Votto. Very lucky this is still a 0-0 game here at Great American. I mean, the ball flies here. Not a lot stays in the park. Great American is a hitter's park, certainly. But we're still doing okay. Got to work out of this jam. Runners on first and second. 2 out now. And that could have been strike 2. Umpire didn't give us one. We missed our spot. Accidentally threw that. Runner being sent home. Here's the play at the plate. Throws up the first base line. And it's going to be 1-0 Cincinnati. Mistaken location by Zach Thompson. Mike Moustakas is going to take advantage of it. Rips it right back up the middle. And yeah, you got decent speed at second base. Doesn't matter if you hit it 112. That runner is going to score. And even though he's hitting 186 on the season, the Punisher, Aristides Aquino, is someone you don't want to miss to. Because if he gets on it, the ball's going to go a long, long way. We just got to make sure he doesn't get on it. 0-2 already. Put him away. Put him away. A little bit early here. Change up in the zone. That's not good. Try to bury it. Hopefully successfully. A little bit late there. But got him. Aquino swings violently at a pitch he never had a chance to touch. Moustakas did get the RBI single, but we limit the damage. Swung on and hit down the first base line. That one's past the diving Votto. And Cruz will only have a single. Playing it safe. He's got 99 speed, sure. But we don't want to run into an out. We'll say. I tried to advance him with the left stick like we're in player lock. Got used to that. Even though I play online. I just kind of forgot what it was here in franchise. That is a little bit of a mistake there. But Cruz has good speed. Might be able to steal second anyway. Minor being definitely wary of him. But we got some guys in this order that hit lefties well. Ke'Bryan Hayes is one of them. Not having the season we hoped for, only 236, and he's more of a contact guy. So we need these numbers to be better. I'd take a walk, though. And 2-1, this is a pretty good hit and run spot. Hayes, high contact against lefties. Cruz, great speed. Not the best jump. Cruz Has good speed, but he is out. Ke'Bryan Hayes, check swung. And, I mean, Cruz just got the worst jump in the world. 36 speed. Yeah, just terrible. And I tried to swing. I don't know why it check swung. It's an issue in this game sometimes. Really annoying, and then we K. Getting over aggressive and frustrated after the caught stealing, which never should have been. So, that sucks. Mike Minor is living on the inside part of the plate right now. That one got right down the middle. Doesn't matter. Line out right to the center fielder. Hit it on the screws. Hit it for an out. Albert Almora Jr. coming up to hit. He is bad. This is a lineup we cannot lose to. If we're going to be a playoff team, we can't lose to a lineup where Albert Almora isn't the 9-hitter. That inning, I mean, it was just really, really awful. The potential was there for so much more, and it all started with not sending O'Neal Cruz to 2 on what should have been a guaranteed double with 99 speed. Very, very annoying. I'm very aware of that, and then we're never caught stealing there. Who knows what Ke'Bryan Hayes at bat turns into. Just an awful inning. We'll get more opportunities. I'm convinced this team's going to be able to hit Mike Minor. 2 innings, no runs. That's fine. But it's just been not taking advantage of, hitting with runners on base. Double play with Glaber. And then, obviously, the whole O'Neal Cruz, Ke'Bryan Hayes debacle at this point. Just bad. Just bad. Ground ball at Torres. Second out of the inning. And Callahan going to flare this one into right field. The Franimal right underneath it. Third out of the inning. We're headed to the third. And we're going to hit better. We're going to get some runs. Hopefully this inning is when it starts. We got Glenn Fortenberry. Potential new Pirates franchise legend. Swinging at the first pitch. Ground ball to short. Horrible speed. Ends up being a fairly close play. But really, first pitch swinging at that. 4-seam below the zone. The timing I like. Timing was pretty good. But the decision to swing was not. And we get another ground ball here. I mean, can't fault that swing. Fastball kind of like right down the middle. Just didn't get the result. 102 off the bat. Ground ball out for Austin Allen. This one could get down for a base hit, and it will. Real bad swing. Real good result. Single for Matt Frazier off the end of the bat, too. Just kind of found the space where nobody was, and sometimes that's just baseball. So Matt Frazier gets a little single, and then we get to the top of the order. Brian Reynolds knows how to do damage. Let's hope that he can find a pitch. Don't get too aggressive. I've been so good in this series at just waiting for good pitches to hit. But been a little bit aggressive in this game, for sure. 0-2 to Brian Reynolds. Fastball inside for ball 1. Hanger, Reynolds all over it. Hit deep to center field. Going back, making a play at the wall. Wow. Clint Frazier playing a beautiful center field. Didn't know if he would get to that. But great range. Mike Minor's given up some hard contact. But he's gotten the better of these Pirates hitters so far. That's going to be another base hit for Leonardo Rivas. Flare in front of Frazier. Frazier just got one of his own. Now watches that one fall. Rivas, man, he's a base hit machine. Late on the cutter, got it anyway. Man, it's 3-0 to Tyler Stevenson again. Not even pitching him that carefully. Zach Thompson just could not find the zone. And it's really frustrating. Don't want to throw too many of those. This sinker's just got such a wide range of areas where it can miss, even with a perfect release. Here's a 3-2. Full count. Payoff pitch from Thompson. Find a good spot. It's right down the middle. Hit deep to center field. Reynolds going back. That's going to play off the wall. Reynolds trying to get it in quickly. It's going to be a throw right into Fortenberry covering second base. Middle infielders in the outfield. And Tyler Stevenson has a big double. I mean, that's the problem. Is we're trying to find the strike zone 3-2, and he just misses badly. Right down the middle. It's amazing how inaccurate this sinker is. It really is. Considering just walking Joey Votto, I'd love to get into a double play spot. Get out of this jam. But a strikeout now with 2 strikes is definitely a little bit more valuable than putting Votto on for no reason. And we got him. Strike 3. Votto chases the circle change underneath the zone. Uncharacteristic for one of the highest on-base guys of all time. But just didn't have the discipline or the bat control to at least foul it off. And here's Mike Moustakas, who we definitely will consider pitching around. Ooh, strike 2. Moose flails at the sinker. Let's go inside with the cutter, see if we can get that. This is going to be a good spot for it. Pop up. Fortenberry. Get to it. Underneath it. And catches it just in foul territory for the 3rd out. Zach Thompson, considering how badly he's been in, spots in this game, different jams and different innings, he's been pretty good. Only allowing 1 run. But we need to give him some run support. Top 4, no runs. Let's make that change here. Glaber, let's go. Glaber popped up. Real good timing, but fastball just up and out of the zone. And Mike Minor's been tough. He really has been. He's really just painting on the corners or just outside the zone. The pitches are slow. Franmil stays on a curveball that got up and in a little bit. Drives it right back up the middle. But we need to, maybe be more patient against Mike Minor. If he's going to throw balls, just take until you get a meatball down the middle. I feel like that's maybe a better strategy. We'll try to implement that. That's a strike. That's strike 2. A pitch that was never a strike. Slider breaking back, and he's got me 0-2. What are we going to do here? Is that a strike? Is that strike 3? I'm shocked that's not strike 3, honestly. These umpires, man, they drive me insane. O'Neal Cruz up to 272 on the year, though. Slugging over 500. Fouls that one off. Maybe would have been strike 3. A borderline pitch, but obviously you could see that going for a strike. Just touching the zone there. Another foul ball. O'Neal Cruz battling at the plate. Got to look to drive that pitch, though. And strike 3 on the changeup. Great spot from Mike Minor, who's pretty much been only fastballs today. Gets Cruz out in front. Great spot on that. And it's down to Ke'Bryan Hayes. We've gotten runners on base in multiple innings now. We've had opportunities. But look at where all these pitches are. They're just in troubling spots to get to. Another accidental check swing with Ke'Bryan. This game frustrates me. That could be a base knock over the head of the second baseman, destined for the right center field gap. This one's going to be cut off. Throw back in, and we're going to hold the runner at 3. It's a big 2-out double for Ke'Bryan Hayes. Keeps the inning alive. We can't get a run off it, but we are set up. Nick Gonzalez only hitting 169 with runners in scoring position this year, and we got 2 of them. Runners on second and third in a big spot. 1-1 count. Hit it hard again, but right to the shortstop. Nick Gonzalez has 2 real hard hit balls right to Cincinnati defenders. Once again, we can't manage to get a run in. Wow, Almora stayed on that. Tried to go front door with a cutter, but I guess Albert Almora Jr. is a professional hitter. Read it the whole way, drove it down the third base line, deep into left field, and gets a big double. Ground ball at Hayes. Runner retreats. It's out number 2. Not a good sign for any team when your DH is hitting in the 9 spot. Probably means he's not a very good designated hitter. Tyler Callahan. Yeah, not the best, but it's what they have, so he's down 1-2 in the count. Here's the 2-2. Just off the plate. You don't want to walk the 9-hitter. Please. Find the zone, Zach. Find the zone. Here's a payoff pitch. Driven into center field. Reynolds coming up. He'll throw home. Going to be cut off by Fortenberry. No real play at the plate, and it's an RBI single by the 9-hitter Callahan. Twice now in a 3-2 count. We've served up some real hard hit balls. Maybe with a better throw from Reynolds, we got to play at the plate there, but messed it up. Although you have to say, Zach Thompson has not done all that poorly today. and it's 2 runs in 3 2/3, nearly 4 innings, it's not really that bad of an outing. And that's immediately going to be sent deep to left field and out of here. A 2-run blast by the leadoff hitter, Jonathan India, that all stems from a 2-out hit by the 9-hitter. Mistake by Thompson. India stayed on it. Gripped it and ripped it. Cutter down the middle. Not ideal. And now we got to talk about how far Zach Thompson will actually go in this game. I was thinking maybe a 5-inning outing. And now I'm not even sure he's going to make it out of the 4th. 2 strikes to Rivas, but we've seen how this can end. I mean, this inning has been staying alive for a while now. So, I mean, you got to give me that call. You have to. Please. I need something, Zach. Get a pop-up. Let's go. Key Bryant underneath. We were down 4-0 to the Reds. And we've hit some balls really hard. Nick Gonzalez twice has probably hit a ball over 100 miles per hour for outs. We have 5 hits, even. And we just have not been able to push any across the plate. This is what a guy like Mike Minor wants to do, though. Throw pitches that appear hittable and are just out of the hittable zone. They're slow pitches. They're more movement-based than anything else. He's not going to overpower you. He just wants to keep you uncomfortable and not let you really get a hold of anything. Very deceptive in that way. You got to lean into one, Austin. You're a catcher. You got pads. He's got a little guard on the arm as well. Like, just wear one. Especially on the throwing arm. Like, it's not going to be super important most of the time. I know that sounds like a hot take. As Allen rips one into right field. Stay up and get out! It's the new Pirate Austin Allen. 2-run home run. There's nobody on base. Am I okay? Am I going to be all right? Either way. Hit 110 off the bat. It's a solo shot. And we are on the board. Why did I think there was somebody on base? Austin Allen. Big home run. Maybe wishful thinking. Fastball inside. Minor doesn't have the velocity to be able to do that. Exit velo, though, went out very quickly. 110 off the bat. Also, it must be said, Matt Frazier overall has been horrible. Hitting .202 with an on-base at .269, slugging .261. Just a brutally bad slash line. Like one of the worst I could even imagine. Got a cookie there. Just managed to foul it off. Get on one. It's ball 3. If Matt Frazier can work a walk for the top of the order, that would be so excellent. Because we're starting to convert. Fouls one off. That's a tough pitch. That's a fastball on the black. Getting out in front of it a little bit. And that's ball 4. Just fouled off. You know what? Matt Frazier is battling, though. Get on one, Matt. Keep spoiling. Frazier does get a hold of this one. Too much hang time. Will be the second out of the inning. So, as we approach the trade deadline, we're probably about, what, 50 days out? Something close. Outfield is something we might want to consider. Do have Brian Reynolds, do have Franmil Reyes. Do have Anthony Alford, who's been pretty good, at least against right-handers. But we don't really have that outfielder that hits lefties too well. And we have a few of them in the farm system, right? We have Carlos Salazar. We have Frank Reedy, but they're not ready yet. And we're not going to be trading those prospects, of course, as Reynolds flies out for the third out of the inning. But we did get a run across. Austin Allen, big home run. And hopefully we could just see Mike Minor for another inning. I think we're starting to figure him out. We're also going to warm up Jorge Alcala, who's had a great season, and Keone Kela, who's also had a very good season as well. And I don't know if Zach Thompson gets out of this inning. We've walked Tyler Stevenson a couple times already, and I think he's seen a 3-0 count several times. You know what? He's 1 for 1. He's walked, and he had that double. Or that big single. I can't remember what it was. He's going to get another hit here. And I think that could spell the end of Zach Thompson today. Steven's going to stretch that into a double, and I've seen enough. Zach Thompson's at 80 pitches, leadoff double, heart of the order. Can't do it. A little mound visit, and that's going to be the end. My lefties just really aren't ready to go in the pen. So we're going to turn things over to Jorge Alcala and potentially even work right around Joey Votto. Alcala, a little bit of a different style. Throws some real heat compared to Zach Thompson. I mean, that slider's at 90 miles per hour. Joey Votto real late on it. Well, how will you react to the fastball then? Let's see. 0-2. Takes it upstairs. 1-2. 2-2. Slider is spiked. Runner takes off for third. Allen guns him out. How important has Austin Allen been to our success so far in this game? Very. I'll answer that for you. Home run, our only run, and then takes a runner out of scoring position with no outs in the inning. Boneheaded mistake on the bases, as we'll walk Joey Votto and not really feel too badly about it. Sets up the double play, but big power hitter in Mike Moustakas has to be said. Here's the 0-2 to Moose. Changeup spoiled. Really good spot from Alcala. Really like that. Need to get somebody to chase this slider here. Votto wouldn't. But will Moustakas? Nope. Really, that's not a tempting pitch. That should look so good. Let's try this one. Still a slider. Similar spot. And that gets a swing and a miss. The slider almost hit him. But Moose, protecting the inside fastball, had to react early. And, brutal swing. 10 inches of break. Yeah, it's incorrect. That real-life slider would be a whole lot more than that. Now, we got to make him at least think about the slider here. If he's going to take the slider away, we got to show him that we can throw that fastball away. And this is cued right in front of the plate. Allen gets to it, makes the out to the new Pittsburgh Pirate as well. Glenn Fortenberry, who I think we will see in this inning, if I'm not mistaken. Potentially. It's actually the 2 spot up. It goes Glaber, and then some big hitters. Franmil Reyes and O'Neal Cruz. Mike Minor is out here for another inning. Got to take advantage, especially with Glaber Torres, who really hits lefties well. And he's going to hit a slider right to the third baseman. Does not leg it out. Out number 1. Glaber having a rough game. I mean, a lot of these Pirates are, though. He's throwing these pitches. We just can't seem to square him up for the most part. It's actually really frustrating. 2-1. I mean, we don't need a home run here. Just a base runner would be nice. Tried to hit one there, but of course, it was a changeup that just got under the zone. Tough pitch. And that's a really tough pitch. Look at where that slider is. Mike Minor has honestly been disgusting this game. And, I mean, that's just a really annoying fastball. He's been disgusting this game, and he really shouldn't even be okay. It's really unreal. O'Neal Cruz crushes that one. We might even consider taking 2. Frazier's got a decent arm. O'Neal Cruz, make a play, and he does. That's a double. That's what 99 speed can do. Man, I wish I could go back to the first inning. 2 outs. Key Brian Hayes up. A single will score O'Neal Cruz. These fastballs just above the zone, I'm going to freak out. And you know why that's so annoying is when I'm actually on Xbox instead of PlayStation and I'm playing Battle Royale, right? It's like with the PCI, I can crush that pitch, and I do. But here, with whatever hitting I'm using, you really just got to hit mistakes, and it's completely timing-based. Took it that time. 2-2. A run would be okay. It would bring up Nick Gonzalez, or excuse me, a walk would be okay. It would bring up Nick Gonzalez, who's had a really rough game, despite, I feel like, lighting up Mike Minor. He just does not hit well with runners in scoring position. He's lined out twice in this game. Fastball down the middle. Hayes in front of it. That was the pitch. That was the pitch. Minor running real low on energy. This might be his last batter, and it certainly might be. We're going to send Oneil Cruz home. 99 speed, perfect throw, and Cruz is gunned at the plate. Wow, what a throw from Albert Almora Jr. I think you have to test that arm there. We have 99 speed. It was going to take an absolutely perfect throw to get Cruz, and he's barely out. Great throw. And I think you have to send him there. I think you have to. I really don't regret that at all. Obviously don't love the result, but we've seen Nick Gonzalez. He's hitting like 160 with runners in scoring position this season as well. I don't even know that Mike Minor would have seen another batter, as look at Oneil Cruz elevate and get to that ball. That's a crazy play. Yep, 2-0 fastball, Clint Frazier. Deep to left center. No doubt about it. You know, I thought, actually what ran through my head is, I wonder if the game has some type of, like, multiplier if a batter sees a fastball in a true hitter's count, 2-0. And the answer is probably. Clint Frazier got a fastball from Alcala, did not miss it. In a 2-0 count, 420. Easy homer. We are going to leave Alcala in the game. It's a little bit frustrating the way this game has gone, 5-1. Maybe more than a little bit, a lot frustrating. And strike 3. Callahan goes down swinging. Beautiful Alcala slider. That's where we have to throw that. Off the plate, make it look like that fastball, and then it's not. But also, we can throw it for a strike, especially against righties. All right, 2-0. Not going to see a fastball this time. It's a slider. Looks like India was sitting fastball way out in front. Alcala, I think, did a really great job overall. Obviously allowed the homer to Clint Frazier in his second inning of work. It was just a 2-0 mistake, really. And yep, Mike Minor is out of the game. Nick Gonzalez, it's your time to shine. Even though you don't hit righties as well. That slurve, by the way, looked like a knuckleball. I mean, paint. 0-2, fastball, inside part of the plate. Usually don't strike out looking, but did on this occasion. As Glenn Fortenberry's going to be out of the game. Ball 1, thank you. I couldn't get my hand to start quickly enough. Going to be Gavin Sheets. Has 16 home runs. Absolutely crushes right-handed pitching. OPS over 800, and that's a career high for home runs. We are not even close to the All-Star break yet. Still probably about a month away. And I still think we're in this game. It's going to be 2-0. Finally get a call going our way. It's a big spot, though. I would take 5-2 right here. Circle change, up and in. What is that, dude? That's a strike, though? Wow. The consistency of this umpire is unbelievable. Gavin Sheets gets a pitch to drive. Deep to left center. Frazier going after it. We'll get to it. How is Clint Frazier the best center fielder of all time? Give me a break. Wow, fastball down the middle. Austin Allen just missed it. Felt like near perfect timing. We just whiffed. But Alcala's done. He did a great job. We're going to bring in the veteran Alex Coleman. He's had a decent season in general, but he's been hit hard a little bit of late. That's why the ERA is over 4. But you know, with relievers, like if you have one bad outing, your numbers can go to absolute trash. So I think Coleman is going to turn it around, regress back to the mean. He's probably, you know, like a 2-9 type reliever on his best day. No one's been able to get Tyler Stevenson out this game. He is 2 for 2 with a walk. Couple of doubles. And he continues to have the best eye in the game. And he's going to continue to get hits. Right back up the middle. Third hit of the game for Tyler Stevenson. Hit and run. It's going to work to perfection. Does Stevenson get 3 here? He's sure gunning for it. And he is gunned out. I mean, Brian Reynolds, as long as that throw is even somewhat accurate, it was going to get Tyler Stevenson out. Hit and run, trying to go first to third. Reynolds was shallow in center. I mean, it was not a particularly close play. Stevenson, big mistake there. I think it's the second time he's been thrown out as well on the bases. We've been outside, outside, outside. That's not strike 3. That's unbelievable. But we went outside, outside, outside to set up inside. Here's the 3-2. Oh, Moose did us a favor swinging at that. O'Neal Cruz, great play. That'll end the 7th. We have 6 outs to score 4 runs. And our lineup has just not been there today. Hopefully that changes. It's going to be Frazier and then the top of the order. Nearly 38,000 in attendance watching this presumptive Reds victory. Unless it stays fair. Frazier watching it, and it's off the foul pole. Matt Frazier with a rare extra base hit. This one gets out. Also 110 off the bat, like the Austin Allen homer. Unbelievable. Production out of the back end of our lineup, but the top has been silent. Got a mistake, and Matt Frazier didn't miss it. The only question was whether it would stay fair or foul, and of course it hit the foul pole, and that's all you need, as the Reds will turn to Chad Green, allowing a pretty high amount of runs this season. ERA decently over 4 from someone that's been right around 3 his entire career, maybe starting to decline. But this is a new ball game. Only down by 3. We need to continue here. We need to rally off Chad Green. Ball 3 inside. Would love a walk here. Gleyber's due. It'd be ex-Yankee against ex-Yankee. Not even trying to swing here. I mean, that's ball 4. That's ball 4. Green gets the call. Paint. It's a good spot. Have to give it to him. And that's strike 3. I did not mean to swing. Oh, my God. Reynolds goes down swing. It's unbelievable. I'm very late for a reason. I didn't mean to. I really didn't. This has just been one of those games, man. Unlucky. He's got Gleyber 0-2. That's a great spot. I thought that was a lot lower than it was. Big shift here. If we can just go away, pitch me away. Let Gleyber go oppo. And that's exactly what he's going to do. Fly ball to right center, right at the shifted right fielder. Out number 2. Man, we are not getting lucky in this game. And that's going to be a curveball up in the zone. Good timing and popped up right to the right fielder for the 3rd out of the inning. Not our game today. What are you going to do? Matt Frazier and Austin Allen homered. And that's been our offense. We have 9 hits and 2 runs. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning with Coleman here. Clint Frazier is the batter. And he really can turn on inside pitches, so I always am hesitant to throw him anything that he can turn on. That's why we pushed that fastball out over the plate, trying to get outside earlier. They ended up hitting a homer on. But he's quickly down 0-2. In protect mode, maybe. Perfect time for us to get a ground out. Let's see what we got here, 0-2. Worried that this is an early release. As that's strike 3. Every check swing of mine has been an out, or a strike. Leading to outs. Clint Frazier's done that a handful of times. They've been balls every time. Here is the 2-2. Fouled off. Also, dude in yellow is on his phone. I don't know if you can see him. Over the sign that says Reds Country. Let's ride. Dude's not even watching the game. He's like, it's over. Is he a Pirates fan in yellow? Dude, we still have the top of the 9th, man. You gotta believe in us. 3 runs. We're not gonna make it happen. It's Lucas Sims. He's got a 3.15 ERA. Whip just over 1. Having a decent year for sure. O'Neal Cruz is 2 for 3. And he's going to be 3 for 4. Base hit down the line. This is going to be a double. Would have been his 3rd of the game if we had a different result in the 1st inning. But that's big right there. That's life. We're at least showing that we're fighting. And that O'Neal Cruz run at second base is essentially meaningless unless we push 2 more across. So we're not going to get crazy with him, as surely this will not have the distance. Key Brian Hayes all over it, way under it. Fly out to left field. Of course, not going to test the arm of Albert Almora Jr. again, Because now there's no reason to. It's not a scoring position, so we're going to hold O'Neill at second base. Need Nick Gonzalez to finally get a hit. He's had an unlucky 0 for 3 today. What a pitch. 167 with runners in scoring position. Break the curse. That's ball 2. The ump is finally going our way. Nasty pitch again, by the way. A slider, a slurve, a circle change, and a four-seam. Dude, Lucas Sims has an interesting repertoire. Fastball down the middle. We're taking all the way to we need base runners. Not trying to line out again. There's ball 3. If we can get Gavin Sheets to the plate here with 2 runners on, I like our chances to tie it. And that is ball 4. Gonzalez works the walk with help from the umpire. And that brings up Gavin Sheets. This is our chance. Get a mistake, Gavin. And there's a mistake. Gavin Sheets drives it deep to center. Is it deep enough? No. We're going to run with O'Neill Cruz just because we can there. It wasn't going to be particularly close. That is the second out of the inning. And our final hope is Austin Allen. Has homered. Hits righties particularly well. We need it now, Austin. We need it now. Hanger. Austin, I mean, great timing. Just swung right through it. A slider up. You cannot let these mistakes be unpunished. Stupid game, man. Slider, perfect timing. Swing and a miss. So they're going to check on Nick Gonzalez, who would never steal in this situation ever. We're going to call that strike 2. A little out in front there. We are down to our final strike. 2-2. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. Strike 3. Disgusting changeup. Unhittable location, really. Allen swings through it. 3rd out of the inning. We really fought in that game, but couldn't get it done. Pitching wasn't amazing, but wasn't bad. Hitting, man, we just did not capitalize on our opportunities. 27 days to All-Star Week. I think we're going to simulate close to that point. We're on a 5-game losing streak right now. Not good. We're facing some tough pitchers coming up. Let's see how that goes. We're up, or we're down 5-4. We scored 2 runs here in the 9th inning. And Brian Reynolds is up. Is 4 for 4 with a double. He's the hitter you want up right now. Let's try and make it at least a tie game. Oh, and the rain is pouring down here. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. This is it. Swung on, hit pretty well to left field, but not well enough. Got a pitch to hit. Just flew out. That's kind of the story of the actual game we played, too. Glenn Fortenberry goes 2 for 4 with a homer. And Matt Frazier, 2 for 4 as well. Chad Kuhl gets a loss, allows 5 earned runs, all in the 1st inning. What a game. Oh, Chad Kuhl didn't even record an out, by the way. Jesus Christ. Blue Jays are offering us a trade. Interesting. Tim Meza for Diego Castillo. I don't mind that. Now, salary-wise, I don't love it. But Tim Meza is a decent reliever here. He's a lefty, which would be good for our bullpen. And Diego Castillo is someone that does not play for us. So, I'm going to make this happen. Let's do it. We cannot win a game, though, right now, man. Oh, we have 14 pitchers on roster. All right, let me go ahead and change that. It's going to be Dwayne Underwood, man. Just still not performing like I want him to. He's going to go down to AAA. Another 9th inning situation. Luis Castillo trying to get the shutout. Runner on second for Brian Reynolds again. This is who you want up. Reynolds just under 300 on the year. On base at 363 is great. Slugging 568 is great. Having a really good season. But I bet he'd love to go over 300 here with a base hit. Oh, good sinker from Castillo. And at 101 pitches, he's not even that tired, by the way. Okay. And that's going to be the 3rd out of the game. 3rd out of the inning. End of the game. Nice. Sevy gets a loss despite striking out 8 and only allowing 1 run. Great outing, but we are on, what is that, a 7-game losing streak? And finally we get a win. And then a 3-game winning streak, but that's baseball. Nick Gonzalez is going to miss 1 to 2 weeks with an MCL sprain. And we're going to see the new Pittsburgh Pirate in action, Tim Mayza. Bottom 9, 2 outs. We are holding desperately onto a 1-run lead against the New York Mets. And why Tim Mayza would be in to face Pete Alonso, I'll never know. This is not my favorite matchup we've ever had, that's for sure. It's righties slightly better, but lefties for power. Tim Mayza, man, we don't need much. We just need an out. Here's a 2-1. That is cracked back up the middle. It's a base hit. Reynolds throwing all the way home. Here's a play at the plate. It's up the line. Lindor scores. It's a tie game. Yeah, this is why we don't like Tim Mayza against Pete Alonso. It's just a bad matchup, man. It's a bad matchup. 113 off the bat. And, of course, the game's still alive. Why is Tim Mayza in this spot? We can't take him out. He just came in. He has 4 pitches. He's not allowed. He's faced 1 batter. Why do they go to Tim Mayza here, dude? This is not our closer. We're going to quick manage the rest of the game. We'll see what happens. As Alford is up. Gavin Sheets singled. He flies out. Allen pops up. And Brian Hayes flies out. Let's go to the end of the game here. Oh, it's not looking good. But we get out of the inning. Deep into extras now. We just can't push a run across. Nobody can. Solo home run. That's big. And we got the outs. Who hit the game winner? It's never like that clear. O'Neal Cruz goes 4 for 6 with a homer. Brian Reynolds hit a home run. His second of the game. Let's go, Brian. The Angels went ahead and acquired Adalberto Mondesi. I guess they wanted more guys that got injured. Or more guys that get injured all the time. Joe Adell is the big piece in that trade. Interesting. Kyle Schwarber is headed to the Guardians. Richie Palacios, I guess, would be the big piece of that. Luke Maile, Travis Lakin Sr. on the move. Weird trade. And we have made it to the All-Star break. We are 54 and 45, fighting for the NL Central. Adonis Medina, man, not pitching well at AAA. Lonnie White, though, hitting .319 in June, 12 runs and over 69 at bat, or 12 runs over 69 at bats. Frank Reedy seems like he had a pretty good June, hitting .282 with 12 ribbies. Not amazing, but pretty good. Austin Roberts, 3.38 ERA at AA. Small sample size. And Luis Oviedo, strong June as well. 0 ERA in 12 and a third with 15 strikeouts. Luis Oviedo. Hold the phone. 23 years old. Only a 62 overall. But, I mean, apparently is pretty lights out. With strikeout stuff as well. Or maybe just a hot month. Now, our young stud reliever, Andreas Ramos, is only 21 years old at AA. 2.88 ERA. Is getting significantly better, though. Holy cow. 1 whip over 90 and 2/3 innings. Struck out 73 in 90 innings as well. Would like him to strike out some more guys, but pretty good numbers, of course. Now, Bubba Chandler's getting a lot better, but does have a fractured hand now. Going to miss 1 to 2 months. He's had a good season. Not so good as a hitter, though, this year. That's kind of frustrating. Let's see how Henry Davis is doing. 244 at AAA. 5 homers. I'd like those numbers to be better. Frank Reedy hitting .270 overall. 13 home runs. Getting significantly better. His OPS is .822. I mean, yeah, he's been playing well. He's got high potential. He's up to an 81. What about Carlos Salazar? Hitting .301. OPS at .937. He's only 18 years old. He's going to be a beast. Just the fielding is really bad. Sorting by OPS here. Brian Reynolds having a great season. .980 OPS. Has 24 home runs. O'Neal Cruz has an .875 OPS. He's starting to crush, hitting .293, 18 homers. Glaber over 800 OPS, 21 home runs as well. Gavin Sheets has been pretty solid. I mean, any of these OPSs above 700, I'm at least pleased with. Although I think Franmil's got to start playing better. Nick Gonzalez, I would love to start playing better. Anthony Alford has been good for what he is, but we got to recognize his limitations. He's just not great. Austin Allen, small sample size with our team at least. And Key Brian Hayes has got to be way better. Like, it's been a couple years of this now. Another season of hitting 230. OPS in the 600s. A potential, yeah, but at what point do I think about moving on from O'Neal Cruz? It has to be said. Let's see National League All-Star voting. So we did not have a starting pitcher get in, as far as I can tell. So this is awards, but this is not... Is that based off last season? It's the first time I checked into this. O'Neal Cruz won Rookie of the Year. Well, that's nice. But, a little late on that notification. I'm just trying to see who are All-Stars. Because they would have a star next to their name, wouldn't they? Is All-Star voting technically not over yet? A lot of closers made it, is what it is. Including David Bednar with an ERA at 1.49. K per 9 going down, but hit per 9 going way up. 35 strikeouts in 36 innings. It's tough to see who's made it, other than like the leading vote getter. J.D. Davis. Is J.D. Davis crushing it? I mean, he's playing fairly well, I guess. Would love for O'Neal Cruz to make it, but it doesn't look like he's going to. A lot of competition in the NL. A lot of competition. Brian Reynolds is going to make it by a lot. He's been amazing. But that'll do it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you for the All-Star Game festivities. Home Run Derby. Should be a lot of fun. Do we have anybody in it? We don't. Why, dude? I mean, I guess we don't have anyone with top 8 home runs. Does Brian Reynolds not have 24? He has 24, but did not make the cut. That's BS. So we might see who wins it, and then maybe check out the All-Star Game. I don't know. But either way, that's the end of the episode. Thanks, guys, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.